Volunteers Week, 1st to the 7th of June 2020.
Hi, I'm Gaynor and I'm a volunteer for East Kent Mencap.
Why did you decide to become a volunteer?
There was a few reasons actually. Primarily in the February before I started, I stopped work and retired after 34 years in public service, like nursing and then social services. And in that time, I'd gathered lots and lots of knowledge, and thought, well, it'd be a waste just to do nothing. And when I can share this and maybe help people. So I was looking for something to do, because I knew that I'd be inclined to fester if I did nothing, because I'm quite a lazy person, really.
You're a big guy.
And so if I've got something to get up for and to do, it gives me the motivation to keep going.
Why did you choose to volunteer for Gold?
I have volunteered before, but it wasn't hands-on work. It was filling out people's pit forms, and I got really bored with it. I need to interact with people, and just it wasn't for me. And it was really in the latter part of my career, when I was doing best interests and mental capacity assessments, that I worked with a lot more people with learning disabilities. I thought, no, this is what I want. This is where I want to volunteer. And then I had an absolute tragedy in March last year, and lost my son, which was absolutely heartbreaking, which completely knocked the stuffing out of me. Took any chance of wanting to do anything away. But after a couple of months, I felt he wouldn't want me to live like this, and I just felt that I needed to get back to planning some sort of a life for me. So a couple of months after I lost him, I called East Kent Mencap, and met some absolutely lovely people over the phone, and within a couple of weeks I was there. And it was, well, in Joanna's and Jennifer's words, absolutely fabulous. And I felt welcome, and like I've been part of that group from day one. I was able to sit with people. The staff were absolutely lovely, but the people themselves that I was there to support were so welcoming. I felt part of the group. Everybody was chatty, and those that weren't chatty soon became chatty when I sat next to them and made them chatty.
What do you get out of being a volunteer?
It was still early doors when I started, and there were times that I didn't feel very well, didn't feel up to coming, but everybody always said, "Oh, we missed you," or if I had a wobble while I was actually there, everyone just sort of huddled around me like a family. And I think I've got far more out of volunteering than I've actually given so far. And I've absolutely loved it, and I feel appreciated as well, because you get thank yous for every little thing you do. Helping out at the summer fair and volunteers week. Within a month, I got a card for thank you for being a volunteer, and and it's all lovely and very, very. I feel like I'm doing something again, and and it makes me feel very valued as a person, and nobody judges me. I'm disabled myself physically, and absolutely nobody has judged me on my ability or lack of ability to do anything. Lots of reasons to become depressed, clinically depressed
Yeah.
last year, and you know, things didn't really get easier in that respect. But um, you know, if I had a bad day, I was wobbly. Sometimes it would take me a week or two
Yeah.
to get through that, but everybody understood that, and then I'd be back and, you know, bouncing off the walls, and
Yeah.
everything was fine, you know. But you know, you're allowed to be you, and you know, it's the first time I've ever had a job that has made me feel supported and well, loved, really, wrapped in a nice warm blanket. So
Yeah.
it's led on to me then volunteering for Kent County Council Libraries,
Yeah.
for working with children for Books Beyond Words, and it's total chaos, but I love it. And you know, they're so excited to read the book, or you know, to say something, and everyone, even the quiet people, get a chance to, you know, read a page, which is a picture, and
Yeah.
then describe the picture. So, you know, you don't have to be able to read to do it. And yeah, that's given me something else that I really enjoy. I talked to my other son about it, and he always knows when I've been, because I'm always upbeat on those days, and you know, I'm always happy. Someone's made me smile really big, you know, like on those days. Always it come out with a big smile on my face, and someone's always made me think, oh, this is why I come here every week, you know, and I love it.
Oh, it's so
So
good to hear.
my son's noticed that as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
and my husband, because
Hi, Terry.
he Terry, he helps me access the further afield ones. If I can't park outside, Terry makes sure I still get to them in my wheelchair. So
Yeah.
much thanks to Terry for that.
Yeah.
So
We wouldn't have Gaynor without you, Terry.
no gainer, no Terry, no gainer.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone thinking about volunteering?
Yeah, I would say don't hold back. Um, don't sit on the fence about it. Give it a go, because you've probably, if you're thinking about it, you've got nothing to lose
Yeah.
by trying it, and everything to gain. And it's certainly enhanced my life no end, and made my difficulties, very difficult year last year, more bearable, to be
Yeah.
honest. So if don't hesitate, you know, just do it, give it a go. You will be supported. I've seen other volunteers that are still coming, and may have some difficulties, shyness, and you know, like not like me, because I'll just slot me in and I'll start gobbing off. But you know, there's some very shy people that have themselves, as volunteers, been needed to be brought out of themselves, and the staff are really good at doing that, at spotting where people need support, and giving you that support in what area it is you need. You will never be left floundering on your own, or never be expected to do anything you can't do
Yeah.
or are uncomfortable doing.
I think, you know, given the circumstances that you volunteered for us and the timing of it, I've just always been so impressed by your commitment and your sort of perseverance with it, because I'm not sure there are many people that, despite how they're feeling, would see that it could benefit them to carry on in volunteering, because grief especially can be overwhelming, and you would be well within your rights not to do anything, you know, but the fact that you have, and that you've continued to support us, you know, even though you're going through probably one of the hardest times of your life, you know, it hasn't gone unrecognised, and we just really appreciate the contribution you've made, and you have made a huge contribution despite your personal sort of circumstances, and we wouldn't be able to deliver the service we deliver without you and our volunteers. You know, we feel very much that volunteers are part of the workforce, not an add-on or an extra or something in the background, we wouldn't be able to deliver the service to the quality that we do without our volunteers.
Yeah.
And the fact that
Well,
you've
thank you
been,
for that.
you know, I just, you know, with it being volunteer week, it's just saying a huge thank you to you for the sort of effort
Yeah.
that you make and the contribution that you make, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. And especially with lockdown, you know, that we've all had to sort of change how we do things. We've had to have our finger on the pulse a little bit with tech, you know, we've had to sort of scramble to get to know how to use Zoom and all of this stuff. And just being in the group and showing people that it's active, and that if they log in and say a comment, someone's going to reply, you know,
Yeah.
our volunteers are there for that. And it makes such a huge difference, I think, to people knowing that they've got that support network online.
Yeah.
And you've been a massive part of that.
Yeah.
I think it's been one of the positives of this whole situation is how much it's sort of encouraged people to get online and learn these new skills. And
Yeah.
actually, at the end of the week on a Friday, when staff sort of shut up shop and go home, actually I think after this we know that people can keep in touch on Facebook. We know that people know how to use stuff and can call each other if they want to, or just,
Yeah.
you know, it has, I think it's reassuring as a support worker to know that they've got a bigger support network now.
And I would say to anyone volunteering, and you know, if you want to be part of that, then you know, just do it. It really is. It's been a lifesaver for me, and literally. But
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
no, I think that's everything I wanted to say. I just wanted to say why I do it, what I've got out of it personally,
Yeah,
and you know, if you want to volunteer, you know, just do it.
yeah,
Don't hold back, because the longer you hold back, the less likely you are to do it, and then you will have lost out.
yeah.
So I think that's all I really wanted to say.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience of volunteering with us. It's great to hear from you as a volunteer during Volunteers Week.
So it's an absolute pleasure, and because I feel part of East Kent Mencap after a year of volunteering, it's nice to give back a bit about how it's been for me.
Lovely. So until next time, see you.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Bye.